Jurassic Park is an amazing movie, and today I'll be going over 10 ways it's the perfect blockbuster. Welcome back to the Screen Cinema. Let's get into the video. Number 10, it demands to be seen on the big screen. The nature of blockbusters is changing because a movie can get in front of more audience members on a streaming service than it can in theaters. Audiences don't have to go to the cinema to see new movies anymore, so if a movie is in theaters to be successful, it really has to demand the audience to see it on the big screen. Jurassic Park is consistently re-released, and audiences who own it on DVD or Blu-ray will turn up in droves to see it because it's a bold, thrilling spectacle that is seen best with a crowd.
You okay? We're okay up here. Everyone just stay put.
Number 9, the high concept premise is fascinating across the board. For a blockbuster to work, it has to appeal to as many demographics as possible. A movie about dinosaurs being brought back to life in the present day appeals to every category of moviegoer. The one-line elevator pitch is enough to get audiences interested. This is also why Michael Crichton's source material was one of the best-selling novels of the 90s.
What is it? What?
Number 8, it tells an age-old story in a fresh way. Audiences love familiar narratives like fairy tales, but hate having them told in a way that we've seen hundreds of times. It's a tricky line to walk, but it can be done by focusing on what's really endearing about the classic stories, like the universal themes, and recontextualizing them in a new way. What made Crichton's Jurassic Park the perfect source material for a Hollywood blockbuster is that it tells an age-old story in a fresh way.
Oh, Mr. Arnold.
Number 7, each role is perfectly cast, particularly the central trio. Every major role in Jurassic Park is cast perfectly, with screen legends like Samuel L. Jackson and Wayne Knight playing early career minor parts, and Richard Attenborough truly embodying the grandiose madness of dark Walt Disney, John Hammond. In particular, the central trio of stars gives each career-defining performance in their roles. Sam Neill hides a huge heart under a gruff exterior as Alan Grant, Laura Dern brings a fierce energy to kick-ass feminist Ellie Sattler, and Jeff Goldblum originated his retired screen persona in the role of smooth-talking, occasionally shirtless, Ian Malcolm. Pitch-perfect casting like Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark or Carrie Fisher as Leia Organa is one of the keys to any successful blockbuster. The audience actually gets a sense of who the characters are. In Jurassic Park, there's some humanity to hold on to, which is essential for monster movies. The audience gets a clear sense of who Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Ian Malcolm, or John Hammond are, their motivations, their backstories, their personalities, their flaws, their personal obstacles, etc. Most blockbusters today, we have a one-note stock characters whose personalities barely register. Characters like Jurassic World's Owen Grady, Transformers' Michaela Baines, and Solo's Dryden Voss hardly even qualify as characters at all. Number 5, the set pieces are perfectly constructed. A lot of blockbusters will have a handful of major set pieces for the audience to leave the theater thinking about, like the attack on the Death Star in Star Wars, the airport battle in Captain America Civil War, or the subway fight in Spider-Man 2. The set pieces in Jurassic Park, from the T-Rex escape to the raptor stalking Lex and Tim in the kitchen, are perfectly constructed, with real stakes in the setup and Hitchcockian suspense in the editing.
Everybody get down. He's challenging us. I think we lost him.
Number 4, it manages to be family-friendly and terrifying. Blockbusters are released in the summer and mostly rated PG-13 because they're designed to be a family day out. Moviegoers can bring their kids to a fun, escapist movie to entertain them for a couple hours. Usually, family-friendly movies are the cinematic equivalent of the animatronic band in Chuck E. Cheese. Spielberg managed to make Jurassic Park as terrifying as any R-rated movie, because a great filmmaker doesn't need to be excessive with gore to scare their audience if they have the tricks from the suspense-building playbook up their sleeve. Number 3, John Williams' sweeping score makes a home viewing feel cinematic. John Williams' sweeping epic musical score for Jurassic Park is one of his best. His style of film score, at least for big blockbusters, is creating a Hans Zimmer-esque wall of sound and adding tangible, hummable tunes to it. Some examples of the all-time greats include Jaws, Star Wars, and Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Jurassic Park is firmly nestled in that category. The great thing about these scores is that they breathe so much life and power into the movies that watching one of them on a TV at home feels like it's on the big screen. Number 2, the CGI still holds up. Considering it was among the first CGI ever created, the CGI in Jurassic Park holds up to this day. So many blockbusters of its era aged horribly within just a couple of years, but ILM's work on Jurassic Park is still better than a lot of blockbusters getting released today. Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler's first sighting of a live dinosaur is still just as breathtaking today as it was in 1993. On top of that, Spielberg used ILM's cutting-edge VFX technology sparingly. If it could be done practically, he did it practically. Number 1, it delivers the goods. The themes and subtext of Jurassic Park can be discussed for hours, but ultimately audiences weren't drawn to it for its philosophical musings. They wanted to go to a movie theater, eat some popcorn, and watch clone dinosaurs terrorize people, and that's exactly what they got. Spielberg delivered the goods. Many blockbusters today fail to deliver on what they promise, either because the filmmakers aren't creative enough or because the studio, for some reason, wants to save the really interesting stuff for the sequels that'll probably never even get made. This is a bad strategy. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.